I'm Josh.
I'm Banks.
Places going
Viral.
viral, yes. Oh,
So, how much of your mind do you control?
hmm. Good question. My goal is 100%. I do my best. One thing I do realize though, my mind is not me. My mind is something separate. It's like a tool, right? It's like something I can use. So I try and utilize it 100% and control it, but not always able to.
Okay, so differentiate between you and your mind. What's the difference?
My mind is part of me, but it's not all of me, I guess. I am not my mind. My mind is a tool. My mind is separate from me. It's a tool I could use to think, to rationalize, to analyze. It's a tool. It's like a screwdriver.
Okay.
It doesn't control me. It doesn't control me. In other words, I control it. And that's my goal always, right?
Okay, so who are you?
Who am I? I'm me.
Okay. So what is controlling you?
I am controlling me.
And who are you?
See, now we're going back to identity, right? This is like, I think, therefore I am. I mean, who am I?
Well, if your mind is not controlling you, then who controls you? I mean, all right. I don't. Okay. All right. So let me dig into it.
Maybe soul or spirit, or maybe it's my identity. It's what I decide to be.
Which comes from your mind, right?
It could. It doesn't have to, though. I see. Here's the thing. I tell my mind what to think, not the other way around. My mind doesn't tell me what to think, dude. No way. I tell my mind what to think.
I can't figure this out.
If it starts thinking bad stuff, I just say, stop it.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere then. So who says stop it?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Oh. Who says stop it?
I do. Me. You're trying to equate me and my mind, and we're not the same thing.
Okay. So then, all right. Okay. I'm going to just accept that you are not your mind. So you are something else.
I am me.
You are you. Okay. I got it. So, okay. Something has to, okay. Who has the last say? You or your mind?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right. And
let me ask you a question. Has your mind ever run away from you, kind of like just went somewhere else that you weren't expecting?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, however, see, the difference between the way you look at it and the way I look at it is I think you are your mind, okay? I mean, granted, there could be other aspects to it. And the only thing that I can control is my mind. What I think between here, this. I cannot make, it was told to me one time that what people say about you is none of your business. And I took that to think, you're right, it's none of my business. Because what they think about me is what they think about me, and that's what they think about me. It's not what I think about me.
Correct.
So when my mind runs away, I find myself reining it back in, which is me. It's me. I'm doing it. Reining it back in and going, okay, what do I want to focus on? Here you go. My mind is a condominium. Actually, it's like a high rise. It's like a giant high rise. And I get to have whoever I want in the condo, okay? No one gets rent free, okay? So if I have someone that is in my mind and is toxic and is not paying rent and is trashing the place and is making me feel terrible, I can evict that. I am the landlord of my mind. Because It's me. That's what I think.
Right. But here's the thing. You say you are your mind, but then you say when your mind runs away, how could your mind run away from you if it's who you are? If it's what you are? That's my point. I think you're agreeing with me. We're not our minds. So when our mind runs away, we need to go and rein it back in and control it.
However, I cannot fathom who that is. That's me. That's always been me. That's always been my mind. Okay, here you go. My mind is, let's say, a muscle. Another metaphor. It is a muscle, and I'm working.
Yes.
I'm working it out. And if I feed that muscle with toxic garbage, it's gonna be limp and lazy and lazy. So I am the mind, and when I get lazy, it runs away.
I agree. It's part of us. So our mind is like a bicep. Let's use your muscle example, right?
Okay.
Bicep is a tool, right? It's part of us, but it's just a tool. It lets me bend my arm. It lets me articulate my arm. But it's not what I am. It's not who I am. It's just part of my composition, and I get to use it like every other part of my body, like my mind.
Okay. So if mind is here and your biceps are here and your triceps are here and
Yeah.
lungs are here and your heart's here.
It's like the muscle of the brain, of the head. How about that?
Got it. So then who is the puppet master in this case?
You are. You're trying to define this thing called me or I or you. This is the existential question of the centuries, dude.
Okay, all right. Okay. I'm going to shift. We are humans. We make meaning of everything. I mean, even when there's no meaning there, we just constantly create. We're just a factory for meaning. You are giving meaning to this me or I or whatever this is.
Well, are you your bicep? Is that what you are? Are you a bicep?
My bicep is part of me. My bicep is.
Okay. Can our minds be the same thing? Can our minds just be part of us and not be us? Unless you want to be a walking bicep, I suppose that's okay. You know, that would definitely make for an interesting documentary. The walking bicep. I feel a movie theme coming on. Just, you know, like
I cannot fathom that I get your reasoning. When you jump to that conclusion, that thought that, okay, so all of this is you and you are part of all of this, who is controlling it?
You are controlling you. I am controlling me. Unless we give up that control to these things called the mind or the bicep, or we can give up control. We can let our minds run away. We can let toxins enter our bicep and hurt our ability to use it. Absolutely.
I got it. Okay.
But we don't have to.
All right. So I understand where you're coming from in that regard. I still think there has to be some sort of overarch. You're going with spirit then. You're going with like some sort of spiritual thing is really in control.
Well, do you believe in soul? I guess let's go spiritual then. Do you believe in a soul?
Yeah.
Okay. Energy, essentially. Right. We're talking about energy. Everything's energy.
Okay.
So why can't that be what we are? We're a collection. We're a packet of energy being held together in physical, emotional, spiritual, mental form.
And the head dog on the sleigh. we're doing metaphors the whole time. Is the soul? You're saying the soul is the head sled dog.
I can go with that. I think that's a better definition of what we are than our mind.
Okay. So why do we allow toxic things to be in our minds?
Because then we would have nothing to complain about if we didn't. We wouldn't. What would be the point of social media and all this other stuff that we get to do? And you know, it goes back to, why do we live below our potential? Why do we allow ourselves to live below our potential? Like it. Why?
Because it's easy, I guess. It's easier. It's like,
It seems, yeah, it does seem easier. I think we're just trained to, we're conditioned not to maximize our potential. We're
okay,
conditioned not to control our minds.
okay. So how do we change that?
First step in everything is awareness. Being aware that we're not controlling our mind, that we're letting toxins in, that we're not doing the right thing. Once you're aware of that, now you can start making changes to do that. Now you can start filling your mind with good stuff. You can start not letting your mind wander, learning how to focus. There's all kinds of things we can do. Just like once you're aware that your bicep is weak, you can go to the gym. You can start eating healthy. You can, right? But
Right.
if you don't know you're weak, it's going to be hard to make any change.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going.
Viral.